cutting through the airwaves like the cold steel of a sharp katana. It's DIA, or Dudes in Asia. What up, peoples? As always, this is David Hayter.
And this is David Nguyen, a.k.a. Snoogalicious.
It's Tuesday, November 13th. Yesterday was Veterans Day. So first, I want to give a big shout out to all of our men and women in uniform that help keep us safe. Hoorah!
That's right. Thanks for all you guys do for us. Also, before we start the show, we want to pay our respects to the guy behind the guy, Stan Lee, whose stories have been an inspiration to so many, including us.
Yeah, man. You know, he's a very influential dude, man.
Yeah.
You know, like, you think about all the different franchises he started.
Yeah.
You know, and yeah, he was never like, I don't know, man, like his successes kind of came and went, you know, like there was a time when Marvel was hurting, but man, he ended it on a high note.
Yeah, he did.
You know?
Yeah, he did. Too bad you couldn't see the end of the first MCU, but
yeah.
first wave. But yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. You know they're going to have a lot of tributes to him in like Captain Marvel and the next Avengers movie, for sure.
Yeah, definitely, man.
So anyway.
But you know, like with, I don't know, man, all the CGI and holograms and stuff, they'll probably put him in.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They're going to work him in somehow.
Yeah, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. Well, yeah, so for today's topic, you know, we decided to talk a little bit about our daily lives here. You know, what we kind of do in day to day, you know, kind of work schedule, what we do for fun, how we go out and all that. But, yeah, man, is there anything else going on with you recently, man? Anything new to report?
Man, the most awesome news that happened was yesterday Grace was saying Dada.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Hey, congratulations,
yeah, but
man.
she's been saying Mama for the past 2 weeks, though. So it's about time she turned it around. But outside of that, that was not much, man. It's just work. And just and Red Dead Redemption 2. Indeed, my man.
Yeah. I reckon y'all got something to eat in there.
How about you, bro?
Hold 'em up, partner. You know, same old things, man. Like, you know, I had a long day at work today. Like, you know, we're recording this after I got home. I taught an English class at the local international center. So that was pretty fun, you know. I tell my usual bad English jokes. They have a good time. Yeah, I'll tell one of those later. It takes too long. I don't want to hurt you tonight. Yeah. Also today, like, we recently had our speech contest and like an English composition writing contest. So I've been out of the classroom the past couple days.
Okay.
But so like all these kids, they have like 2 hours to write an English essay.
Yeah.
And they can use a dictionary. And like, man, like, we have to then read all of them the next day. Mm. So we spent like the whole day just reading like 58 compositions, you know? Yeah, and like after a while, they all just kind of like blend together, you know? And you're supposed to like decide a winner. And there's always like about, you know, out of 58, like 10% like stand out, you know? Like maybe 5 or 6 are like, these are good. These ones are definitely going to win something. And then you have like a couple that are just like, you know, this person probably wasn't feeling it. His teacher probably made him come. And so, you know, I don't blame him for not writing that much. And then the rest are all just very similar and like just don't really stand out. So it's kind of hard, you know, like everybody knew like what the top like 5 were going to be, but it's like that battle for like 7th place, the battle for like 8th place, you know. It gets pretty cutthroat, man. But yeah, other than that, just working. I've been enjoying that Red Dead Redemption 2 as well.
Nice.
You know, I read somewhere online they said that Red Dead Redemption 2 was the biggest like entertainment opening for anything like ever. You know, like the opening weekend, I don't know how many.
In terms of like units
like
sold
millions
or
of dollars.
I know that.
I think it's a dollar amount, right?
Yeah. I know they sold like I think like 17 million in the first like 2 weeks or something like that.
Oh, yeah, it's pretty crazy, man. Yeah.
Dude, so do they have any marketing for that game in Japan?
Yeah. You know, not really, man. I haven't seen it if they do.
I thought about that like the other day. It's like I imagine like how much marketing they probably did in the U.S. Like you probably got plastered with so many Red Dead Redemption 2 commercials. But obviously, like, we're in Asia, so we're gamers, so that's why we just like, oh, we're on it. Didn't even matter. You didn't need to give us a commercial. But I can only imagine how much marketing they probably put into that game, like back home.
Yeah. Well, I actually just looked up the figure here, man, and it says in the first 3 days of sale, pulled in 725 million worldwide.
In the first 3 days?
In the first 3 days.
Damn.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy, right?
Yeah, I'm not surprised, but it's worth every penny. They deserve every penny that they got.
Yeah, it's a sweet game, dude. I've been enjoying it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, man. So, yeah, with that, why don't we move into
today's topic?
The meat of today.
Yep.
Yeah. So, I'm trying to think of like what a typical day is like for me. I'm an English teacher out here. I teach in junior high school. Before, I used to teach at like 2 different schools, right? And it would change every year. So usually depending on how far my school was, I'd have to wake up super early, Well, it's super early for me. But yeah, it was like probably the earliest I've had to wake up to go to school would be like 6 a.m. And now I teach like at the closest school, like to my house, and like I could get up at like 7:45 if I wanted to, But yeah, I think for me, usually I try to get up around like 6:30. Yeah, I've been like running like a couple times a week, so I usually sometimes get up like 5:15, 5:30, go out and do a little bit of running, do like some exercise.
Nice.
And then yeah, for me, like I'm supposed to be at the school by like 8:20 because that's when like they have the morning meeting with all the teachers. And then, just like go to work. I usually will probably get there around like 8 o'clock, like 8:10, what I mean? And then I'll like just go say what up to the kids, like say some dumb crap to them, and they walk in the morning. Like I feel like the usual conversation, I'm just like, oh, good morning. They're like, good morning. I'm just like, how are you? They're like, I'm sleepy. I'm just like, me too. They're like, ah. I'm like, goodbye. They're like, goodbye. Yeah, more or less to do that like 50 times, But yeah, for me, being an English teacher in Japan, it's pretty chill, man, depending on where you are. But, like some people come out here and they just want to like just be in Japan, and like that's cool. But, I like to put in work, I just ask the teachers what they want and I try to give them something that's good, Some people just want to like collect a paycheck and not have to do nothing, but I guess that's, the world's problem.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it's not unique to here, but in a typical day, I can teach anywhere from like usually about 3 or 5 classes, probably on average about 4 classes a day,
And each segment's about like what, 30 minutes to an hour?
45 minutes. Okay. Yeah. 45 to 50 minute classes. Depending on the teacher, like some teachers are like, David, I'm like, yes. They're like, I have everything planned out today. You don't have to do anything. Just bring the textbook, just say these words, and you'll be fine. Please help the students. I'm like, you got it. And then other teachers like, David, I'm like, what? They're like, I don't know what I'm going to do today. I'm like, really? I'm like, can you do something? I'm like, sure, I can do anything. They're like, oh, thanks. You're a great teacher. Yeah, I started doing that, though, man. One of my teachers like, David. I'm like, yes. She's like, can we do this? I'm like, sure, I can do anything. She's like, oh, my God. And then, like, we get evaluated by our teachers. And, like, she wrote, like, to my boss, she's like, David is a great teacher. He can do anything.
Nice.
Yeah. So if you say it, people will believe you. But yeah, and then when I'm done with teaching, I don't know, usually it depends. Like I'll just go out and like grab some groceries, like maybe run some errands on the way home. Like the thing that's interesting for my situation is that like our employer out here like won't let us drive like anything that requires a license. So we can't get a car, like you can't get a motorcycle, you can't even get like a scooter, And so usually, I like ride my bike home, grab like some food, pay some bills, like handle whatever I got to handle.
So it's pretty much bicycle, walking, and public transportation.
Yep, that's it, man. Like, I remember before I was riding my bike everywhere, I think I went like a whole month without being inside of any kind of motor vehicle, like not even a train or a bus, you
Nice.
know?
That was
Yeah.
obviously not during the winter time.
No, I don't. No, I don't think so, man. Yeah, yeah. I don't know, man. Pretty strong against that cold now, bro.
Nice.
Yeah, but I have different things planned out during the week. Like Tuesday night is like the
That's
podcast night.
right.
I make Wednesday night kind of like the middle of the week date
Oh,
night.
nice. Nice.
Have a good
Yeah.
time. It's an excuse to go drink beer on a weekend, on a weekday, not a weekend. Feels like a weekend, so it's kind of
Yeah.
nice. Uh, Thursdays usually kick with my boys somewhat. Go do something, maybe drink a little more beer, have a good time. And then on Friday, Saturday, I'm usually like just pretty open. Like I feel like what happens is when you first move to another country, like maybe you know some people, maybe you don't. You don't know that many people, and so you end up having like a lot of downtime. And then like once you stay there for like a couple of years, you start working at different schools, you start meeting more teachers, and then you have more friends.
Mhm.
And it's like maybe I'm one of the only like non-Japanese people they like to hang out with. And I like to have a good time. I talk a lot of shit, so they like to kick it. And then they're like, David, come drink with me on Friday. I'm like, all right. And then the next week there's like another teacher. Hey, drink with me this Saturday. I'm like, okay. And like before you know it, like you're just drinking with different teachers like every week. you know?
That's cool though, man.
Yeah, like this weekend, man, I'm like going out with like one teacher on Friday and then going out with like another teacher like Saturday.
Hmm. That's cool.
Yeah, so yeah, it's like good times,
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess when I get home, like I'll do different stuff, like maybe just clean up a little bit or play some video games,
Hmm.
in that Overwatch, in that Red Dead Redemption
Yep. I
2.
think that's all you really need right now.
Yeah, I've been meaning to get in on the gaming channels, man, but I've just been lagging it,
Yeah, there's a lot on your plate based on what you telling me right there.
dude. Yeah, and then I'm also doing my blogging and whatnot on the side,
Yeah.
about teaching English.
We still need a blog for dudes in Asia right here, bro.
Yeah, one
Yeah.
day. I'm thinking about it, right? That's like work, right? If I think about it hard enough, it'll happen, yeah?
Secret, bro. It's the secret of life right there, dude.
Yeah.
The path
Yeah,
of least resistance.
that's why I'm successful. I'm great. No, no. But I think I try to have a good balance. Like I try to leave work at work,
Hmm.
and I do stuff outside of work that's cool for me.
Yeah.
But thinking about where I am here though, in the mean streets of Yokkaichi, and it's like if you lived in Wilmington.
Yeah.
It's like Long Beach without any waterfront entertainment.
Yeah.
you know, But I mean, like if you go downtown, man, there's just nothing but bars and restaurants.
Mm.
And so people like to drink beer out here, and like if you drink beer, you will make friends.
Yeah.
So that's why a lot of people have it rough, man. It's like, I don't really have any Japanese friends. It's like, do you like drinking beer? They're like, no. Like that's why. you know. But yeah, like so we can go drink beer. It's quite cheap. Other than that, it's like karaoke or like bowling
Mm.
or like pachinko.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Bowling.
And like we actually went to karaoke today, man. Like because I got out of work, and then we had like about an hour to kill before going to teach that class. So like me and the homeboy, like we went and got like a order of gyoza and some beer, and it's like, all right, let's go to karaoke for an hour, go sing some songs, and then just like for we went 3 people for 1 hour, and the total was like 900 yen, so about like $9.
Dude, that's nice.
Yeah, and then like split it each way, it was like 320 yen a person to like go do karaoke for an hour. And when you go to the karaoke spot, you also get like unlimited like drinks, like not alcohol at this time, but you could get like soft drinks, like
That's
self-serve.
nice. What songs did you do here?
Yeah. What songs did I do? I did that one from GTA, that Steppin' Out. We're Stepping out. Remember that one?
I really
Into
don't. I really
the
don't.
night. That's old school, man. Vice City, bro.
I know. I knew it was Vice City, but it's like, damn, I
Yeah.
can't think of that song. Okay, what else?
You look it up. It's a good one by Joe Jackson. What else did I sing? I did the El Paso. Down in the West Texas town of El Paso.
Jeez, I don't know.
I fell in love with a Mexican girl.
No.
Yeah, keeping it country,
Nice.
man. I got to represent my
Okay.
set. What else did I do? I also did Big Pimpin'. Big
Okay.
Pimpin'. We spin and cheese.
Okay. Quick side note. What are like your go-to
Yeah.
karaoke songs? Is it those three, or is it just like that's just what was available and that's what you did?
You know what, man? I actually started doing this, and this is what I recommend anybody who wants to get serious about the karaoke game, right? You know, you don't just come in there with some bullshit. You got to be prepared. No. What I do, though, man, because usually, like, you think about karaoke, like, oh, man, I like this song. I could sing that. Boom, I like this song. I can sing that. All this shit. And then you show up, and you're just like, fuck, I forgot all those songs. What I did is I actually have like my note application, you know, like for taking notes, and I just have a list of songs that I know I can sing,
nice.
you know. Yeah. So I have a little bit of a tradition. When I first go to karaoke, the first song is always the Star Spangled Banner.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a good tradition.
Yeah, because I got to let people know where they at, you
it.
know, like stand up, take your motherfucking hats off. I'm about to sing this shit.
Okay.
I also enjoy Rickrolling the place. I do some Never Gonna Give You
Okay, that's
Up.
a good one. I don't think I've ever done that. I
Yeah.
probably could do it now. But go ahead. Okay.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's quite
Yeah.
good. I sang some Japanese songs. What else do I sing? I like to sing old school stuff. You know, like I'll get like some Frank Sinatra
Nice.
going. I do the song from Swingers, fucking Dean Martin.
Okay. You're
nobody till somebody loves you.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, you guys got a
get
good
on
selection
some-
out there, dude. I don't.
Oh yeah, they have a great
Here's
selection. Man.
no
Yeah.
bueno.
Really?
But there's still a couple of ones that I
Yeah.
still kill that I would still sing anyway. But go ahead.
Yeah. Yeah, I can also do Warren G's Regulate.
They have that. They have that.
They got
you
that.
lucky
They
bastard,
have it,
dude.
bro.
Dude, okay, the funniest time actually, like I did like a rap song was Coolio's "Gangsta's Paradise." You know where I did that?
Oh, nice.
I did that in
Where?
the countryside, bro. Like in Bangtang,
That's
dude. I was
fantastic,
like,
dude.
they have Coolio's.
Yeah.
Like it was in someone's house, which made it really funny. It's just
Fantastic.
like, oh, it's a karaoke place like, out of my house. I was just running through the list. It's like, oh, they got Coolio. I'm gonna bust this out real quick.
Yeah. Well, I remember cruising through Phu Quoc,
Mm-hmm.
man. Like, you know, Phu Quoc Island, like close to Cambodia. And I rented a scooter from the hotel. And then we're just like out in the boonies, like, right? We're just rolling by and I hear someone singing. And they're like, bang, nay, bang, hey, bang, yeah. And then we roll by and the kid's just like, hello. Like you could hear them, like they just said, like, what's up to us from their house.
While he was
you know?
doing his karaoke session.
Yeah. And you could hear the echoes, like, hello,
Dude,
hello, hello.
them echoes,
Like,
bro.
they love that
They
echo
love
out
that
there.
echo,
right?
man. I don't know why.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
They do. Yeah.
Yeah. But, you know, I was thinking about maybe starting, like, you know, doing like video, like vlogging,
Yeah.
video blogs.
Yeah.
If I do, man, I'll definitely have like some karaoke live stream or something. You know, take some requests.
That's a good one, Hater. That's a good one.
Yeah. Or I was talking to my homeboy, dude. We'll do like one of those crazy Japanese like TV show challenges. We'll do like 24-hour karaoke.
God damn, bro. That's a challenge.
Yeah.
That's a challenge.
Yeah, boy. But yeah, man, I mean, that's about how my life is, you know. Maybe on some of the weekends I might like head out to Nagoya and do something.
Yeah.
You know, I also like volunteer with some different groups, you know. So it's chill, man. You know, meet a lot of people, have a good time. It's all gravy, you know. And always after work, it's time for a beer. You know, work hard, play hard, enjoy life.
Yep.
You know.
Nice.
Yeah. How about you, dude? And like, what's your typical day like? It's probably changed since you got a kid
Dude,
now, right?
like, what phase of my life are you asking about?
I don't know, man. Maybe you could talk a little bit about both.
Yeah, let's see.
You know, like how it is for you now, how it used to be, what it could be like, how
So
it
I'd say,
is, what it be.
yeah,
No.
with Grace is because like in the middle of the night, Grace like gets fed and I burp her, so that kind of kills like like a good deep sleep. So because of that, I wake up probably around like 6 to 7. Actually, yeah, 6 o'clock, and then just like kind of wake up, double check like my messages and see what's up. Probably like once a week I work out, but that was that I should be doing a lot better. Before Grace, I was like beasting it for a while. Mm-hmm. So yeah, just like check stuff, kind of lounge around for a little bit, and then pretty much head out the door around 8 o'clock to 9 o'clock, just depending on my mood, if I want to be at the office early or not. Ride my motorbike, or sometimes I was riding a bicycle until the rainy season came in.
Oh yeah, that's got to be a pain, man. It's like even in good weather, it's dangerous, right? Or like just kind of like hectic, So like when it rains, like you're screwed.
Like I don't want to deal with it. Plus, my bike doesn't have any fenders either, so that's a pain in the ass.
Oh yeah.
So that's why like
that's not good, man.
I just wait till like the rainy season passes. Like I prefer not to ride my bike with a laptop in the back. So I just leave it at the office, and I just use like a Chromebook at home. So yeah, I go to the office, do my thing for a few hours, and I don't know, because like I work at a tech company, which makes me flexible in terms of hours and working remote. So that's like the beautiful part about working at the company. If I do, stay there, I'll probably leave about like anywhere between like 5 to 6:30. Depending on if I have any activities. For example, like Monday, I host a little like English club at the office to help people practice their English. I kind of copy the Toastmasters system of handshaking and talking politely and public speaking, things like that.
That's good.
Thursdays is my boxing day with some coworkers. Then once a month we do bowling.
Oh, nice.
So that's like my typical work day. Nothing special, bro.
Yeah, but like you said, your like work hours aren't really set, right? It's just like when you can go, what you got to get done, right?
So there's not much getting done, dude. I just kind of just work remote, even though but I'm not really working because there's really nothing for me to work right now,
Yeah. And maybe for some of our other listeners out there, they probably don't know how old your daughter is, man. How old is she now?
She is 6 months.
6 months, right? Wow, man. Getting up there, huh?
Dude. Yeah, 6 months.
Well, man, like, the first 6 months are pretty good, right? But then, like, the next 6 months going on, man, it's all kind of downhill from there,
Maybe.
She'll have to start, like, saying things. She'll have to start using her words.
Start running around and destroying shit.
Yeah. So I have 2 things I say about kids, right? So first, they're cute until you can't bring them back to their owner, right?
And the second?
And second is they're cute until they start saying no.
That's right.
No, I joke.
I know. That's like my typical work week. And then like weekends, we started scheduling a thing where Saturdays is like home day. I cook, just kind of experiment and get in the kitchen because I love cooking. Like last week I made some Loco Moco.
Oh, how did that come out, dude?
Pretty. I mean, the beef patty was okay. But instead of rice, because I eat rice all the time, I did mashed potatoes instead, and then made some like onion rings with it. It came out bomb diggity.
Ooh, onion rings!
Oh yeah,
man, you fried those up in the house?
Yeah, bro. Oh yeah, I do.
Nice, bro.
Yeah, and then I was supposed to do some pizza. Then we ordered pizza like on a Tuesday, and I was like, I don't need to cook pizza. So I have I have like a whole list of things I trying to cook and. Because you can't cook everything, or you don't want to keep going out to eat some certain things, so might as well learn how to make it yourself.
Exactly, man. And it's like you can make it cheaper.
And then just make it to your style,
make
right?
It better.
Exactly, better.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
Especially with like the way I cook a steak, dude. Like nobody is gonna cook a steak that way in any restaurant.
Or season it.
It's got too much heart and soul in that bad boy. Man.
Yeah. So that's like my Saturday, and then Sunday is like pretty much go out, hopefully have lunch with the wife and the baby, take Grace out, and then go somewhere, like go to the mall or just somewhere to get her out of the house, pretty much. Yeah.
For sure. Yeah, how you guys getting around town, dude? You like take a cab or something?
We've been cabbing it. And then we actually took her for like a ride, like a motorbike ride, like on Sunday. So that was fun.
Nice, man.
My wife was always hesitant about it, but for a good reason. But we just kind of keep it local. We don't want to like go fast or far.
Yeah, man. But like you see all those kids, man. I remember your little nephew and Yun, man. He'd be like rocking like the hat and like the sunglasses, like hands on the handlebar, like riding in his pop's lap. It's just got to be fantastic if you're a kid, man.
Exactly. I think that's why. That's a great experience, man. Just that the fresh air, man, and the wind blowing in your face. That's why I love a motorcycle. That's why I was like, That's why.
Every time I see a dude in Japan on a motorcycle, I'm just like jealousy.
Dude, Akbar's trying to get a motorcycle right now. Really? Like he's been talking to me for like the past few days. I think he's set on like a. It's not. What are those bikes called? It's not a cruiser, but it's also not a sport bike. It's a standard, something like that.
Like a cafe racer, just like a regular type of bike.
Yeah, it's like a 650, like Suzuki CB, like 500, something like that. I forgot.
Okay, I should look that up real quick. Yeah,
it's it's not quite. It's not a speed bike. It's not a crotch rocket, but it's also not a cruiser either. Yeah. So it's like, dude, I miss my
CBR 600, huh?
Is it CBR?
I don't know, man.
I'm not sure.
I don't know.
Yeah, he was thinking about like a Vulcan as well. Like I think it's like a Yamaha Vulcan.
Okay. Yeah. Well, the Japanese bikes are very easy to work on. Yeah,
but
that's cool.
Yeah,
man.
but it's like I want to get a motorcycle, but at the same time, like it's Vietnam, and it's like if I there's a damage or just repairs, it's like, dude, if I don't want to be stuck in like in the middle of nowhere, and then it's like don't know how to fix my bike, compared to like if you have a scooter, dude, they'll fix it anywhere.
Yeah, and just throw some duct tape on it and some rubber bands, like you're good to go.
On top of that, like the pricing of motorcycles is also kind of there's like an import tax as well. So it's like I don't want to drop like $3,000 for like a 150 bike. 150cc, it's like, oh, dude, that's brutal, bro. Like $3,000 for that?
F that, man.
Exactly, dude.
It's like American prices.
Yeah, bro. It's like for a 150cc, it's like you're crazy. So, anyways, back to my typical day. Yeah, so obviously with Grace, that's like wake up, make sure Grace is cool if she needs anything, and then go to work, come back, and then Grace until she goes to sleep. And then lately it's been Red Dead until I should be sleeping. But before that, though, dude, I was like, wake up at 4:30, meditate, like do some yoga, and then like work out. Either go for a jog, go for a swim, hit the gym, something, and then like bike to work. So I was just dedicated for my fitness for a good minute, and then had more free time. So I was also just doing more at the office with like activities with coworkers, but. With Grace around, I kind of have to rush home, make sure everything's good. Like we're feeding her now, like she's eating, food, not just, drinking milk. Yeah. So.
That's cool, man. That's cool.
My social life went a lot down, but I think that's kind of obvious for anyone who has a kid.
Yeah. Well, it's like you might lose like one thing, but then you gain something else, Oh,
yeah, completely.
Yeah.
Ooh, how much time are we running right now?
I think that might do it, man.
29
we're approaching
minutes.
Okay. Half hour. Yeah, man. I think that'll be a good place to leave it, man.
I think so too, buddy boy.
Yep. That does it for another fresh episode of Dudes in Asia. If you're starting your day, I hope you rock it. If you're ending your day, I hope you rocked it. To quote Ric Flair, to be the man, you gotta beat the man. Woo!
Hope you guys enjoyed today's program. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. This is Snoogalicious signing out. Be sure to check out our blog at dudesinasia.blogspot.com or hit us up at Facebook at facebook.com/dudesinasia.
Yeah, if you want to follow me on Twitter, search for @DavidHater. That's @DAVIDH8R. If you've got questions or anything, hit us up. So, peace out.
Peace.